Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, March 8, 2024. The government has made provisions for the maintenance of the island's network of secondary roads beyond the Shared Prosperity through Accelerated Improvement to our Road Network (SPARK) program. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Senator Matthew Samuda, gave the assurance on Wednesday. He was responding to questions from members of the Standing Finance Committee of Parliament.
The instruction from the Prime Minister through the Permanent Secretary to the NWA is that post the SPARK program, that 20 billion figure is to be allocated to the maintenance of secondary roads as a line item going forward.
The SPARK program intends to modernize more than 2,000 roads island-wide. It is designed to address secondary, parochial, and community roads over the next 3 years. Elements of the Mason Hall Water Project in St. Mary will commence in less than 2 months. That update is also coming from Minister Matthew Samuda during this week's Standing Finance Committee meeting. The project will see some 5 million gallons of water being lifted from the White River to solve challenges being experienced by several communities.
There are elements that are tied to the CDB funding, but certainly some of the distribution network will commence in 2 months. The other elements, we expect to complete the design work associated with same this year. You know that project will last some 24 months from commencement to completion.
Jamaica is well on its way to not just achieving its emissions reduction target by the year 2030, but is also projected to exceed it. This report comes from the Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Senator Matthew Samuda. He says the sectors with individual targets to help achieve this feat are land use, waste management, and energy.
With the land use policies that we have in place, we have seen significant lands that were secondary forests go back to primary forests, and lands that were previously mined out lands and agricultural lands be returned to secondary forests. So Jamaica is increasing its forest cover now currently. So on the land use side, we are not just on track, we are actually ahead of target. On the marine environment, we are between 13 and 15% depending on which estimate that you reach. We are a part of a LiDAR mapping initiative that is being undertaken by the 5Cs CARICOM Climate Organization, which is being undertaken by our Spatial Management Unit, or being done in collaboration with our Spatial Management Unit. We expect to, after this mapping initiative, as well as based on some work being undertaken by the Coast Guard and the Department of Fisheries, we expect to get to that 30% target by 2030.
In 2020, Jamaica, for the first time, included land use in its nationally determined contributions, NDCs, making this one of the ways in which the country will increase carbon capture and reduce emissions. Minister Samuda reveals that at present, in excess of 25% of the country's land mass is being protected, and the expectation is to exceed the 30% target agreed on by the rest of the world for 2030 by the end of 2025. Among the areas of progress in relation to energy, he points out that the national bus fleet is in the process of being electrified to reduce emissions. Electric vehicles are also to be bought for the National Water Commission this year, and the entity has a 5-year plan to cut energy usage. In light of deteriorating social conditions in Haiti in recent days, the government is looking at how best Jamaica can accommodate citizens and other persons seeking to leave that country. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang says this will be done without Jamaica being overwhelmed by an influx of refugees.
At this point, we have agreed to take a number of people legitimately, namely the orphans in an orphanage that was isolated and challenged, and the Boston Seat community is taking them. We have agreed on the logistics of that being worked out. We have been requested by the World Bank to take their staff here, amount 53. We are working out the process to get that done.
Minister Chang was answering questions at Thursday's sitting of the Standing Finance Committee, which was reviewing the 2024-2025 estimates of expenditure. He says the accommodation process will be monitored and reviewed daily, stressing that the security forces and related agencies will still maintain control of our borders.
Security-wise, we just seek to protect our borders, which means increasing the level of activity in our East Coast, South and North, and also increasing our collaboration with both our security forces, contacts in Haiti, as well as the other international bodies in Haiti involving security to monitor the situation there, which continues to be of distress and a challenge to the Haitian community, in particular southern Haiti, Port-au-Prince and surrounding areas.
The National Security Minister asserts that the government is taking an active and leading role in trying to get CARICOM to bring some level of stability to Haiti. This, he says, should facilitate work with international partners and agencies to hopefully achieve a more sustainable governance structure for Haiti. And finally, the Consumer Affairs Commission, CAC, will be leading the local observance of World Consumer Rights Day on Friday, March 15. This year, the focus is on the increasing use of technology in the marketplace, with the theme being Consumer and Technology. Are you protected?
Technology has become a way of life. It has affected every aspect of our life, whether education, health, shopping experiences, whatever aspect of life. Technology plays a part. Our communication, how we communicate.
The CAC's Chief Executive Officer was speaking during a JIS think tank on Thursday. She says several activities will take place to mark World Consumer Rights Week from March 10 to 15. The areas of focus throughout the week include online banking, e-commerce, data protection, and artificial intelligence. Activities begin with a church service at the St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church in Ligonier and will also include presentations at libraries and schools to disseminate the information.
We really want consumers to be more engaging, more discriminating. And I keep saying that because it's a changing world and we really need to be in a position where we are able to manage ourselves.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.